Average Dude has something to say about...
Everybody, welcome back. Boy, it was nice taking a break, come back refreshed. I have been given a lot of feedback on some of the things that I've done, especially when it comes to the response videos. The first one that I did got a whole lot of flack because I dared to question the amazing atheist. Big whoop-de-doo, I really don't care. And, well, some people appreciated that. They're like, thank you for actually daring to stand up to the amazing atheist. I'm not really picking a fight. I'm questioning certain things that come out of people's mouths on the internet when it comes to response videos and things like that. But early on, I was asked to do a video on Caiden Cowger. For those who aren't familiar, he's a young teenager who does a conservative talk show. He has a YouTube channel. He also has just like an audio show for the radio, things like that. I didn't do it, and here's why. Because he's a kid, and I didn't really want to. I may be able to, technically speaking, get away with criticizing a kid on the... It seems like the internet is a blind spot when it comes to our extreme liberal use of free speech. We can go too far with that, especially when it comes to minors. I'm very careful when it comes to that. He's a kid. But someone's brought it to my attention, hey, why don't you talk about this? Okay, the only thing that I want to talk about when it comes to Caiden Cowger is the title of this video here. Where are the adults? There's your problem. I'm not going to pick on Caiden. I don't have a problem with him. I don't agree with half of what he says. I have a problem with the adults that allow this. When he started this, I believe he was 13 years old when he started getting up in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, and talking a whole bunch of, anti-gay, this and that, making a whole bunch of friends that way. And liberal, bad, bad. He's spouting the party line, but he was 13 years old when he started this. What kid? Come on, that's middle school. When you're in middle school, the only thing that you typically are worried about is that crush that you have on the person that you're interested in and have special feelings for and want to go steady with. That's what you tend to think about when you're in middle school. What 13-year-old takes all the money from saving up from a paper route or some type of job like that relevant to that age group, saves all that money, gets this expensive equipment, this posh, he's got this fancy wooden desk, microphone, and this office setup. He's got this wooden paneling on the wall that goes halfway up the wall, and then he's got the trim, and then he's the green painted upper portion of the walls in whatever room that he's doing. He's got that banner that says "Don't tread on us." He's got, even on his microphone, it says Cowger. There was a lot of money that went into this. Teenagers do not save up their money to do this, and especially not to talk about politics. They don't do that. This kid was heavily influenced by the adults that he's been around, and I gotta tell you, Mommy, Daddy, where the hell are you? What are you thinking? Your child is one of the most hated individuals on the internet, and you're sitting back, apparently either oblivious or okay, and I highly doubt that they're oblivious. I'm guessing that one of the parents is in support of this, because how else would he be doing this? And it wouldn't surprise me at all if there was a pastor involved. And I'm really getting sick and tired of the Christian church utilizing, politically and religiously speaking, kids. What a bunch of cowards these adults are. They're allowing this young teenager to be a meat shield. They're holding him up so that he's the one that gets all the dislikes and all the hate and all the negative comments. I mean, come adults, stand on your own. Who are you? Get your butts up here and actually give the messages that you want to give. Don't use Caiden. I feel bad for this kid. I've known individuals like Caiden, I've known them. If you've been in youth group, for anyone who's ever been in youth group, there's always those one or two people that are extremely overzealous, and they're easily influenced. They get caught up in the situation more so than others. They're very feverish when it comes to their religious convictions. But the problem with that is those people, they get bored eventually, and they get curious about other things. And when they spiritually crash, they crash and burn hard. And that's what I see eventually it's going to happen with Caiden here. Best case scenario, he's just going to get bored. He's going to get tired of doing what he's doing, and he's going to want to do something else. Remember, he's like, what, 14 years old now? As the years go on, he's going to be interested in other things. And eventually, because nobody ever keeps the same mindset. You're never the same person from, 5 years on down the road, and then another 5, and then so on. You change as you have more life experiences. It broadens your horizons, and you think differently than you did when you were young. So I would caution, especially the adults who throw out their anti-Caiden Cowger videos, feel bad for this kid. Because he's going to hit that point where he's going to start questioning some of the things that he's been saying. And I guarantee you, when it comes to the adults, or whatever religious adult who's been backing him up financially to do his shows, he's going to have some serious problems. And I'll tell you what, he's never going to be allowed to forget the hateful things that he has said, ever. That nobody's going to let him forget. For the people on the far right that are homophobic, we loved it when you did this, and they're not going to let him forget. And the people who take offense to what he says certainly are never going to let him forget. So when it comes to Caiden, I'm more concerned about him, and I'm really disgusted with the adults. Where are you? Who are you? Stop being cowards. Stand up. Notice that he has never said anything about the church that he attends. He's not going to. These adults that are pushing this whole crap, I'm sure have made it very clear that he is never to say a word. They're cowards. Craven cowards. And you will never, ever see them stand up in front of a camera and address any of you. Will never happen. It's always going to be Caiden in front of the microphone or the camera. Everybody, take care.